So with that, let's get into the word God gave me this week. And I think you guys have heard me say it before, but I've been saying this for a while. I'm definitely in a planting season. I'm definitely in a sowing season where there's a lot of things that I'm like seeds that I'm putting in the ground that I'm not necessarily reaping the harvest of yet. Like I am seeing progress. Like even with my weight loss and health journey, I'm definitely seeing progress. Financially, I'm seeing progress. Like I'm moving in the right direction, but I'm not at the point of like, receiving the goal yet, or, like I'm very much just in the process of it. And I was talking to my boyfriend last night, and a revelation God gave me. A lot of times when we have goals or we have dreams or things that we're trying to reach, we are associating this level of contentment and peace and fulfillment that's going to come from just being in that place. So I'll give a practical example. If you've ever been, hoping to be a homeowner, right? Sometimes we can fall into the trap of, obviously we dream about the home that we want, we visualize it, we think about all the memories our family's gonna have, and like we can say, okay, once I get there, I will just feel so much more at peace, I'll be fulfilled, I'll be so much more happy, I'll have the joy of the Lord, all the things, right? Like we can imagine, like that's when my problems will be gone, washed away, I ain't gonna have nothing to worry about. But in reality, a lot of times when we get those things that we've been praying for, and you can look into your own life with things that you received already from God that were once prayers, we feel that for a moment, but then, life starts picking back up with life. And, sometimes it could be even the responsibilities of that. So just like you moving in the house, you love it, you decorate how you want to, it's perfect. But then maybe you spent too much on furnishings and now you got to, pay down debt, or, maybe the mortgage is like, okay, I'm paying a real mortgage, my HOA going up, my home maintenance, I'm broke. Like all of these things that come, and we can find ourselves, if we're not careful, right back in that same place of like discontentment. And I will say for me, a lot of the things that I have, desired and asked God for over the years, and kind of the things that were less important to me, it seemed like God ushered them in more quickly. So like, I've never been a person that was big like on financial goals or, all those things. Like they were always like a means to an end. My deepest desire has always been a family. And it seemed like those things that were deepest and most important to me, it's like God intentionally held them off. I'm not gonna say intentionally, but they've always seemed just a little bit out of reach for me. And where some of the other things that, like I said, very blessed, very fortunate that God has allowed me to walk into, it seems like they came a little bit easier. And a revelation God gave me last night as I was reflecting on this is it's a verse that says, the blessing of the Lord makes one rich and adds no sorrow with it. And what I realized is that these deep heart desires that I had subconsciously been attaching all these feelings of fulfillment and, finality, and like, oh, I'll finally be at peace, I'll finally have joy, I'll finally, have this thing, this feeling of fulfillment. And he gave me the question, like, can you imagine if I would have let you receive that, only for you to realize that is not what happened? That even after getting that thing that is your deepest heart's desire, you're still not content, you're still not fulfilled, you're still not whole, all because you're attaching a feeling that only I can bring with something that is a gift from me, but it's not me. And I had to walk through the process that I'm in. I had to develop my relationship with God's face, not just his hand. Like I needed to know that ultimately I can feel all the peace, all the joy, all the love that I need right now, just in relationship with him, regardless of what I'm waiting for. Or like, again, I'm still believing God for those things that I have desires for, but I needed to get to a place so that those things would actually bless my life and not come as a disappointment because I have all these unrealistic standards on them. But anyway, this is really long. I love y'all. Hope y'all have a great weekend. Stay safe in the snowstorm. And I'll see y'all next week. As always, remember God loves you and he's looking forward to hearing from you soon.